Welcome back to Real Comic Book Talk, people.
Yeah.
Today we got a special topic, but before we get to the topic, which is already in the title anyway, which you already know, which is why you click, we have a special guest. Dark Horus, a fellow YouTuber out there in the world. Yeah. He does video games, he does comics, he does everything that you like, just like us. So, say hello to him. Be nice.
What's going on?
He's here to give great opinions.
Make sure you go hit subscribe on his channel.
Hit subscribe on his channel.
Sub him up.
Let's get to that 1,000.
Do the dang thing, people. Do that thing. Okay, so today's topic, we are going to be talking about, can the MCU survive without the big three? Because Avengers Endgame, we all know, is going to take away the big three. Thor, yes, Captain America, Iron Man.
Hopefully somebody dies.
Yeah, we some of us hope that they just retire and
nah.
That's not going to happen.
Somebody's got to die.
Okay, well then.
I'm talking about dead too.
Like, they think about 20 movies, something like that.
It will be by Endgame. It will be by Endgame. So
somebody's got to die.
Yeah. So we will.
It's been over 20 MCU movies.
Oh no, it's 20 on the dot, I believe. Okay.
Really?
Yeah. Black Panther was 18, I believe. Black Panther was 18, and then Avengers was 19, and then Ant-Man Wasp was 20.
So what about Spider-Man Homecoming?
I don't really kind of count them, but if you do, the numbers change. Nonetheless, we're here to talk about, will the MCU survive without the big three, and who will take the mantle of leadership after they're gone? Because we have a special guest up in here, we're going to let him go last so that he can give his opinion and everything. And after he sees how crazy and wild we really are, not that we all don't know that anyway. We're going to start off with Anthony. Can they survive without the big three?
Can they?
And who's taking the mantle?
I don't know. I don't know if they can or cannot. Because remember, after the first Avengers, it was going downhill fast.
Oh, not fast.
Yes, it was.
It might have been
Iron Man 3,
$1 billion.
It doesn't matter.
That was going momentum. That was more momentum.
Yeah. That was the fact that it was
after. Let me have that.
No, I'm not going to let you have that. And then after that, you had Thor: The Dark World. And that's 67% of your big three.
Well,
that almost killed it.
And the real leader of the team saved the day, as he does. Captain America.
Yeah, Captain America came back.
Winter Soldier strong, baby.
Yeah, excuse me. Captain America came back and changed it all around because it was going bad fast. So it depends if these people come back. And if Black Panther comes back, obviously he's going to be a part of the new big three. That's easy.
They set it up already.
But I do not know if people are going to accept Captain Marvel. Could just be something like, we don't like her. Because they don't like Brie Larson.
I don't want to go there, but it's the fact the big three is going to struggle if you, especially, you can't have. To be honest with you, I'm always 100. Overseas,
can't have no black guy.
Yeah, minorities, we're not doing it. Two things the world hates: minorities and women. That's just facts. Look at the box office for Wonder Woman stateside compared to overseas. Look at Black Panther here overseas. Look at movies like Blade. It crushed great movies, but overseas,
yeah. The MCU is strong, but can it overcome sexism and racism?
Yeah, that's like. Look, how long has ScarJo been Black Widow, and she's just getting her first.
And they really talking about putting that on this new streaming service.
Yeah.
So disrespectful.
It's not disrespectful.
And it's supposed to be R-rated in here.
It's supposedly it's just the way the world works and everything, and Disney understands the way the world works.
I understand that, but
they're trying to change.
So you have what? Doctor Strange is your only male white lead because he's going to be part of the big three.
Oh, that's a good character, though.
That he is.
That is up for. We're not sure who they actually. That should be
Captain
Marvel.
As far
Captain Marvel's the one they're pushing. Like
they've been pushing her for the longest.
Throw up my mouth.
Yeah, but. Her new comic came out.
Brie Larson and what's the girl's name from Twilight? With the Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
One face all the time. Just bland, no expression.
I don't know.
Even though
Scott Pilgrim versus the World, Brie Larson.
That was years ago.
She was young. She was young in the game and happy to be in a movie.
Like 5,000 sessions of Botox now because she only has one face.
She does not have any kind of expression.
That's fine. You know what? That's fine.
She is like the Twilight Girl.
But that goes back to my point.
Twilight Girl has no expression.
That goes back to my point though. If you got her who some people just don't like her face, I really don't feel like she feels like that Captain Marvel costume at all.
I think she does, but go ahead.
No, Captain Marvel has body. Brie Larson don't.
First of all,
all women in comic books have body. This because a male writes it and has an imagination of all women look exactly like this, even though all women look nothing like that.
It depends. Okay. No. See, comic book characters a lot of times have something happen to them, or they train themselves to be the peak. You know, it's really that fantasy of being the best of the best. Right, and there's certain characters you can just be the run of the mill, the ordinary guy. You know, that's one reason I like Spider-Man. Even though he has all these great powerful,
you like a Marvel character?
One of the few. Spider-Man has all these great powerful powers. He can do this, that, and other. He's really smart, but he's still just broke. He's just trying to get by like everybody.
That's why everybody loves.
You know, I was like, geez. I was like, I could, you know, he's that good nature, and his life sucks. Spider-Man's life sucks.
Is way too good.
He has no luck.
Yeah, I'm talking about. He's had the worst as any hero in any comic book of all time.
But to answer your question, they say the same thing about Gal Gadot when she put on the
I get you that. And everything. But Gal Gadot was like, she's on a whole nother level of beauty.
This is like okay, that her face alone trumps everything else. Yeah. You can't hide Gal Gadot. You can hide Brie Larson in the mall. It's like, oh yeah, that's got. I don't think I know. It kind of looks familiar, but no, you can't walk past.
You can walk right by Brie
Larson
like, oh, hey, how you doing?
You just give her, comb her hair. It's like, damn, who was that? Yeah.
Something about Gal Gadot.
Hey, look at her when you first see her in like Fast and the Furious or something. It's like, who is
because that's the first time I saw her. I'm like, wow, gosh,
who is that?
She is abnormally gorgeous.
Well, the good thing about the
Brie Larson is not.
Except for
Scott Pilgrim versus the World. It's Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I was like, yeah. She is like that. Then I saw regular pictures. I was like, I'm just go back and watch Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
She is a regular. That's make sure. But actually, that's what they're using for them as more of a relatable thing. That she's a regular female, everyday regular female who took it to the limits of what she did. Her career was this, and she maxed out her career and everything.
First of all, I'm not hating on her.
I was like, you're hating.
No.
I would just state facts.
Yeah.
I mean, like, let's say you can't say somebody is talented by saying, okay, you can't compare, let's say, Tyronn Lue, right? You got that. He did great for what he did. He made it to the NBA. But if you put him in the same room or the same speech as Jordan or Kobe, it's like,
get the fuck out of here. You don't belong in this conversation.
You'll never forget AI. You'll never forget the AI moment.
He won a championship and everything.
He's good.
Player and
but he's not that top level echelon. He's not there.
Brie Larson ain't that top level.
We don't know yet. She's already won. She's an award.
I'm not talking about her talent. We're talking about the looks.
Yeah,
the look. Let's put it like this: the look might change.
You have
once you get it in the film.
We'll give her a shot.
We talking about it's in the film.
We haven't seen the film. We've seen trailers.
Trailers came from what? Those clips
come from the movie.
We're gonna see the whole thing as one.
We'll give her a chance, but you shouldn't have to pull her like Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman does not pull off Wolverine by comic book accuracy at all. He's like 6'2", and Wolverine's like 5'3", but he embodied the character so much that you forget about it. You smooth over it.
Exactly, and that's what everybody was complaining about before the movie came out, when they just simply saw him in the trailer.
Right? But Brie Larson doesn't have a track. You just said it yourself. She has one face.
One of them.
One face. In the MCU movie.
But that's fine, because that's who Captain Marvel is. Captain Marvel is a military type of person who only has one face.
So is Captain America.
You mean Green Lantern?
She doesn't have to.
Green Lantern.
Stop it.
Look,
but Captain America was a military soldier. He has multiple faces and all, just like that.
Nonetheless, we'll get back on topic. Who? Let me ask.
And it's the
topic. Real quick. Let me ask you guys real quick answer for this one. Mm-hmm. Who do you think will be the future big three for the MCU? We kind of heard yours, but go give it again for the people.
I think they're trying to make it Black Panther, Captain Marvel, and Doctor Strange.
Okay. Who do you think?
You gotta get your minority. So you got Black Panther. I wish it was like War Machine or Falcon,
but it's not.
But it's not gonna be.
It's not.
They're going to the streaming service.
It all depends on what the deal is, but if they could, Spider-Man, and the last one,
it's gotta be Captain Marvel.
I throw Star-Lord before I throw Captain Marvel.
The reason why I won't be Spider-Man.
It might not be another Guardians and everything. Yeah. So it's going to have to be Captain Marvel. But we'll let you have. Let you have your Star-Lord because it's strictly your opinion.
But what I'm saying is about the Spider-Man, the deal they got with Sony.
I forgot. My bad. Sorry. The Winter Soldier. That's Captain America.
He's going to the streaming service too.
Oh, yeah. You know what? This whole thing is just going to die. DC's going to take over. They're going to sit back for a couple years. Then they're going to introduce the X-Men and reboot.
You got to remember, the MCU played it business-wise when they first got the big three. They went male white. That's the default setting in America.
Same
white
thing.
male.
Yeah, number one for hip hop. White males.
What?
White males buy the most hip hop. Guaranteed. Yeah. Facts.
Okay, true.
That's who they pander to their audience.
Yeah. True.
So they went white male. Now they're going to try something different. They're going to give you
black women. Minorities got money too.
When Black Panther came out,
and then they said, you know what? It's too diverse. White male, Doctor Strange. That's what I'm thinking they're going.
That's why you think they're going Doctor Strange. Okay, then that makes sense.
You see, if the people didn't unite, like the two movies that'll show you that minorities can come together if they believe into a product that they represent them properly. You look at Black Panther and then turn around and look at Crazy Rich Asians. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. Now, as far as in China and stuff like that, didn't do as big because they don't relate to as much because they have their own representation in their own country. Right. But as far as in America, where you don't see it as much, like if you look at, I've been across a few countries and then the way they see us on TV is how they think they are. And we're portrayed as gangsters, thugs, drug dealers, and all this other things, violent. Or we're singers or we're dancers, and that's it. So when you have a movie like Black Panther, which takes us back and gets us our own culture and takes us back to our motherland, and you see a civilization with our own people thriving, and you finally get to see like a little boy. When I grew up, I had a few shows I used to watch that were obscure, like this one called Mantis. Before
my time.
Way back. Back on Mantis.
Rich black man.
I had my boy Spawn. I'll still watch Spawn. The Violator, John Leguizamo. Shout out to you. It's campy. I love campy sometimes. But as long as you're represented right and you have a good time with it and it's got good action, it's gonna take off. And then you have other interest groups that look into it as much, but like there are always gonna be people complain. Say, this and that.
Complain about everything.
Yeah. So we didn't complain when all 90 other movies that came out this year had like one black person in there and it's just a side character with 3 lines,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have movies like what was it, like The Wall with Matt Damon, what we call the white savior crisis. Or my boy Tom Cruise did it too.
Last Samurai.
You tell me,
my God.
Just quote Paul Mooney.
Jesus
it's like he's gonna have a movie called The Last Nigga in Africa starring Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
It's like,
but again, that goes to America's default setting.
Yeah, true.
White male.
Yeah. So it all.
That's when they went for the first big.
You have to, for a movie like that to get them to watch it, it has to be knocking out the park. Right, you can't, because like you look at an MCU movie that's just mediocre, but it has so much good faith from the prior movies, people are automatically going to go see it, whether it's like Transformers. For some reason, Michael Bay, for a long time, had a lot of good faith with people, especially across the seas, and he was making banger after banger, talking box office wise anyway, $1 billion. I'm like, what am I watching? And then you go to see the next one. I haven't seen anyone in the theater since like the second one.
Yeah.
But it's like, look, these things may not be doing great on critic wise, but people still going to see them. Same thing. Look at Rotten Tomatoes. I'm talking to you. You look at the DCEU on Rotten Tomatoes. They get bombed on. They like if you read the comments. You go in there and just read the comments. You'll be like, oh, it's too much water in Aquaman.
Like, you get depressed.
Yeah, I never heard. That was the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life. The name of the movie is Aquaman. Aqua is water. It's too much water. Just a dumbass up, man.
That's why you stay away from comments.
That's what we talking about the DCEU hate.
It's real. I mean, they troll. But going forward, I think can the diversity overcome? Yeah. I think that Doctor Strange is an amazing character, and that he should have beat Thanos by himself. But
a lot of
that's why they leveled him up so much.
Because like even if you think about it, look at my boy Thor. I was finally, even though I don't like Ragnarok as much, it's a good time. But there's just certain things in the movie that just irritate me because they don't stay in the moment. Like, okay, your father dies, and a couple seconds later you're telling jokes. I guess to break the tension, like you just can't stick in the moment and have that real characterization because everything has to be light in the MCU. Well, it's just what did they do? I can't knock them for that. But as far as Thor, he finally got to let loose and show how strong he actually supposed to be because it really a lot of these problems. Same thing with Superman. He could probably solve by himself. It was like, okay, it's cool to have you guys here to help out, but I got this. You know what I'm saying?
That's my
I got this.
Superman, but
I got this. I mean, but the thing is, once you get to the element of a team building, because I'm not like, don't even want to start on Superman. Don't get me started on Superman. But
that's a whole other day.
That's the whole video.
We'll have him back for that discussion.
But as far as going forward, I think Doctor Strange is a unique character and he has a lot of potential. There's no Dr. Fate, but
yeah, he's better.
he could have Black Panther. Black Panther is great, but Chadwick Boseman, black don't crack, but he's 40 something right now. So you can't do it for so long. I have one quick question.
Robert Downey's fading now.
I know, but he's not required to do the same things as that character. He has not stuff. But here we go. What happened between Civil War and Black Panther as far as fight scenes? What happened? The fight scenes and
different director.
I'm like,
different choreographer.
How he was just so amazing in this movie, and he's just mundane in the next one.
Different story, different way. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different things.
You don't change quarterbacks in the playoffs just because you want to. If you can't have the option to get them.
It was addition. It was addition by
you want to win.
Ask Alabama.
They lost, right?
They won, didn't they? When they changed quarterbacks.
Yeah. Then they lost.
That's an exception, not the rule.
It's an exception.
Unless you don't have that many Nick Foles in your back pockets, you just can't.
But the survival of the MCU,
the survival
is it there? Is it there?
So what are you going to go if you don't mix in the X-Men? What other threats are credible? Because after you take on Thanos.
You got the Beyond.
You have plenty.
You have the Beyond.
Galactus.
Okay. You got the Builders.
Now, there's a lot of great lore.
Annihilus.
Right? But you still have to pull from stuff that people know. You've got the scrolls and things like that.
Which is now why they're introducing them with Captain Marvel.
I'm saying the MCU does this is their the best thing they ever do. They lay it out over a few films before you actually get to the fight.
I think they should stop doing group movies. I think they should go to smaller characters. If they could look what the rest in peace to the Netflix series. My boy Daredevil.
All of them. You might as well just say all
Punisher,
all
Iron Fist.
They're all going down.
Danny, I'm the more Iron Fist. Even Luke Cage, right? You have all these great characters, and see if you treat them right and you give them the respect. You don't have to make $600 million movies and still make a profit. You can make a smaller budget movie. If you look at something like Suicide Squad, right? Suicide Squad wasn't really that big budget, but it overperformed. It got messed with also, but it still made about $700 million.
Yeah.
So if look at one thing James Wan is known for is taking a small budget and making big returns.
He didn't do it this time because he had $200 million for Aquaman,
and he got a big return.
Yeah, big return. But if you look at the Creepy Pop, don't play around, man. If you can get a guy in there, it's like, you mean I could take this product and flip it 20 times?
But that's what they're doing with the Joker movie as well.
Well, yeah,
we'll see. But
I
love how you guys
have
MCU.
The MCU has a track record of flipping money, no matter how bad the movie is.
B-list characters, B-list characters, making them into A-list characters.
No doubt they've done that, but can they survive? The problem is like we said earlier, it's gonna come back down to diversity. Will people outside of the United States accept diversity?
Well, we're going to find out with Captain Marvel. Right now, it's not looking like it's in the stages of much change, but there's still hope for it. And Captain Marvel is going to be the first sign of what direction it'll go in.
But I forgot about one. What if they do Nova and Adam Warlock?
I don't think they're doing Adam Warlock yet.
They are.
They were going to. I think
MCU.
I think the James Gunn. Honestly, the James Gunn thing derailed them because they were going. They even said they were going more galactic, and James Gunn was going to be the head of that. Yeah. He's not there no more, so I'm not sure what they're going to really do and who would have replaced that. Because he was supposed to be the next in line after the Russo brothers. The Russo brothers leave at the end game. It was James Gunn that was going to take over and be like the guy.
Yeah.
Well, they also have certain storylines that they have laid out. Like we know that Russo brothers want to direct a certain storyline, and they're waiting for the go ahead. And they put their name in the hat for if a certain storyline gets put out there.
That Secret Wars. They want Invasion. Was it Invasion?
Yeah, they want
Secret Invasion.
Yeah, they want to direct that.
That's the only one they said they're coming back.
Yeah,
if they're not doing that, the Russo brothers ain't coming back.
And MCU is also known for taking chances, like they did with Guardians of the Galaxy, which actually was successful. So we don't know what is in store for the MCU. They might go the space route again or cosmic route again, and bring in somebody like Adam Warlock. And
now, as far as Spider-Man. Because that is a loved character.
Yeah.
And he is a big part. You see they're trying to still keep him incorporated. You have Happy Hogan in the next one. And Marissa Tomei, just wow.
Just so good.
Aunt May just keeps getting younger and younger.
So That is a cash cow. Now, I own it. Venom is like Suicide Squad. It has its flaws, but it's still watchable. You know, even though I put Suicide Squad above it, but Venom, it has its parts to it, and
I don't.
And it's okay now.
Suicide's
Sony does, man. They'll give you two. But that third option now, they just don't know. Well, actually, they stumbled the last time because I don't know who that was. Spider-Man was fighting, and the Amazing Spider-Man with that was supposed to be Electro, and then the Itsy Bitsy Spider when he was shooting, whatever. But they stumble. Sometimes you stumble, you fall, but eventually they meet you in the sun.
But they found out real quickly this might not be working, and they gave.
But they didn't give it back. They made
you Homecoming. They gave you Homecoming.
Yeah, well, they made a deal with the MCU, and MCU did Homecoming.
Yeah,
and. But what happened was, we talked about this earlier.
Sony said my name's on it still. Said my name's on it still.
Amy Pascal, who was in charge of the entire Sony thing, like movie division, got fired, but they gave her a production company to do the Spider-Man. They struck the deal with MCU, and Kevin Feige thinking, all right, we got Spider-Man. I know. I look at your track record. You're not gonna You're not gonna do much. So you're gonna have to keep using it because you're gonna need us. And then they became successful with Venom and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which is won a Golden Globe and is on pace to win the Oscar. Now she has her power back. So she can go to look, if you don't help me out in my other movies or bring in Venom to the MCU, I will take Spider-Man from you and you will never see him in the MCU again.
That's what it seems to be going. That's a track record. That looks like the pace they're going on.
So another deal is going to have to be struck behind the scenes that we're not going to know about.
Well, looking like, so far, it's looking like we're all in the consensus that there might have to be a white male lead.
No, it has
to be.
It's going to have to be. And he's going to have to be the guy. You can't put Black Panther in front of him.
Hopefully.
I want to, but you're not going to be able to.
Hopefully, Doctor Strange will step up. We all know how powerful he is in the comics and how much of a leader he can be. But if they don't go that route, they could be another.
They need a Tony Stark.
There could be a person like he said earlier with a Star-Lord type character who is funny,
you need that
relatable, the charismatic type.
But that would be Doctor Strange though.
Not Benedict Cumberbatch. He's a great actor, but he's dry
uppity, bougie. You got that dry British humor kind of thing. You know,
that's not what's selling in America.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I know it's just a voice thing, but we played the Grinch. He was funny.
He does voice acting very well. He's done a lot of good voice acting.
But I've only seen.
And there's also a possibility that they could introduce another comic book character.
But going back to the overseas thing, I think that's why. Well, I think that's one of the reasons why the MCU is going to actually introduce that Chinese character.
Oh yeah.
That helped them with the overseas. Because China is the second biggest market, and it's closing fast to number one.
Yeah, they threw that out there like out of the blue.
So if they incorporate him, they're like, all right, we're going to do another Avengers with a new big three. But he's going to be a part of it. Then that'll help you with your overseas because China's like, all right, we're going to go see our guy.
It all depends because you know how the market trades. Because look, like Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman did about the same numbers overseas as it did stateside. So it's like, which is normally odd because you look at, you always have normally about 200 or 300 US, and then you have a big bulk over there. Same thing Black Panther. Black Panther made probably most of his money stateside.
All of its money stateside compared to
700 million stateside.
Yeah.
And then it's sprinkled in
it's a bit lopsided.
Like 3 million just to get it to the billion.
All right, so
it's like, you look at one real quick. You look at some of the best actors in the world. Denzel Washington does crap overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Crap.
You know who does great overseas?
Keanu Reeves.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
He had fast.
Keanu
Reeves.
John Wick 3.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
I won't. But yeah, I think they know that the big three they have constructed, what they're trying to put forward, isn't going to work overseas, and I think that's part of the reason why they made the Asian character. Also to beat DC to it as well.
That's true too.
Kevin Feige is known for.
Kasana represent.
Yeah, nobody cares about Kasana.
I care.
You do.
Karen Fukunaga. That's my girl.
Yeah. I don't even think she knew she was in the movie.
I think
that's how little she had in it.
Marvel's been sprinkling for a while now that they were going to put a couple of people in charge and everything. In the cartoon, Vision, Black Panther.
Oh man, the cartoon's so bad.
Black Panther and Captain Marvel are taking the leads in the cartoons and everything. If you've seen it on Disney XD or whatever, And in the comic books, Captain Marvel and Black Panther have taken up bigger and significant roles in the comic books as well and everything. As we all know, in Civil War II, in the comic books, it was between Iron Man and Captain Marvel, letting you know that Captain Marvel is taking a leading role.
She's got a new comic.
And has a new comic, and they changed her look and everything to put her into the limelight and up front and everything. So her being part of the Big Three is probably going to be somewhat inevitable.
One question. Now that the MCU doesn't have its MacGuffin, right? The MCU's MacGuffin, the best villain / best hero, Iron Man, because he's responsible for everything.
Yes,
Ultron, you do a Spider-Man suit, he does everything, he makes everything.
Yeah, that'll be Black Panther.
Now, if Iron Man, the charisma, the second guy on the team, because Captain America's the leader, okay?
Right.
Like he said, he's a leader, but I pay for everything.
Yeah.
But when those two strong characters are gone, even Thor, gone, because even Hemsworth has his charisma, has his comedy, that's a big hole they're going to leave. And Ken Chadwick Boseman and
Brie Larson and Cumberbatch.
That's a large task.
I don't think they can. I think they're banking on the fact that we're the MCU.
I'd rather see solo movies have my boy Chiwetel Ejiofor go against Benedict Cumberbatch to get that revenge plot going, okay? And then just slow it down, because you can make solo movies that are great and then come back like they did before. It's a whole reboot, so go back and rebuild these characters and make them love them.
The average audience member saw like, oh, we see all these characters together, and then when they tried to do solo movies after that, they was like, but why this other? Why this guy?
Now, you gotta remember the quality of the movies too, because even though the momentum slowed down with Iron Man 3 because it was trash bag, and
Thor: The Dark World,
it's like, man, you go on a bumpy road, then you pop your tires, and then Captain America slaps on that Band-Aid and gets it back going again, right?
They had to find their path, which is what they finally did with Thor Ragnarok.
They thought they were riding so high, they thought they were invincible.
But Thor Ragnarok again had another member in it. It had the Hulk in it.
So you add you add an extra little member into it, which I think they figured out with Captain America: Civil War. Mm-hmm. They really decided.
Yeah, it's like,
no, they did it before that.
We're going to really add in. We're going to add in another hero because heroes are always Winter Soldier too. Yeah, we're going to add in the other heroes.
What was the movie that came out? Guardians was already a team, so you don't have to worry about that.
So in order for the MCU to survive, it needs humor. Somebody with a charismatic personality like Iron Man or Tony Stark, and a white male lead in there.
And another
one more thing, okay? The last thing you guys need to stay consistent with is the villains.
One more thing?
The villains, okay? Killmonger, Loki, even from the DCU,
he's sweating.
Ocean Master was fantastic. You have to have a villain, General Zod, Sub-Zod. You have to have a villain that believes in himself, has convictions, and that is no rollover. You have to have a character that's a threat to all of them. You can't say, okay, and then another thing. You can't just have, this character's off on this, he's off on the world right now. That's why we're fighting this guy. You have to have a guy that comes in, it's a real threat, and has motivations. And you guys have been doing a lot of what they call cannon fodder. All these little minions that are easy to kill, and then you just do that the whole movie and then fight for 4 seconds at the end. That's what you need to have. A big bad that's a threat, that has a presence. Even
somebody you can feel that can actually win this.
Even if it's not a physical threat, somebody who, if you look like a mastermind, like they did in Civil War, he was moving things behind the scenes and made them fight each other, and that's what made him one of the Baron Zemo, one of the better villains.
He's amazing in the comics, boy. I tell you, they didn't use his full potential. They used a small percentage of him. So, so the formula we think for the survival of the MCU is they need a charismatic lead with who's happened to be a white male. They also need
the complexion for protection.
Like that sentence also, you struggled so hard to say that sentence. You was like, I gotta say it. God damn it.
They need a white male lead, a charismatic personality, humor. There's got to be humor. It can't be just simply dry humor.
Just a sprinkle of representation.
A little bit of representation.
They're not going with a sprinkle. And they're going full body. They're thinking Fast and the Furious.
Half a cup of melanin.
Yes, they are.
They're thinking Fast and Furious.
That's what they're
doing. A little bit of everything.
Like Suicide Squad? Yeah. Or Aquaman? Very diverse?
Yeah, Fast and Furious.
Nah, more Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious had literally one of everything. At least one of everything.
They did. and a strong villain. That's the formula that MCU needs for survival. They need everything.
No, I had 2 of everything.
Just about. Nonetheless,
it literally had 2 of everything.
No, not everything.
That's fine.
That's getting a little racist. You throwing stuff in there together because Japanese is not Korean and all that stuff. Yeah, the Sun King's Korean.
It's not. But nonetheless,
they had at least one of everything.
The MCU needs those big things right there, those main topics right there to survive. At least from what I've gotten from what these guys have told us so far in this video. If you have a difference or opinion, or would like to give your opinion of how the MCU will survive after Avengers Endgame, by all means, let us know in the comment section. We can't wait to see what you guys have to say. Thank you, Dark Horse, for coming on to the show, being a special guest for us. If you like what you see, hit the like button. If you love what you see, hit the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit that bell for notifications. And next time, check out his channel also,
Shazam!
Dark Horse. And until next time, we're out.
Deuces.
Yeah. We in the club, we partying. We in the club, we partying. Yeah. How much ice you got? I don't know.
Get it, Hollisman.
I cannot miss like I am the ace. Electrocute you, then I leave you with aftershock. Getting angry, then I turn to Incredible Hulk. Bite and bog, chop it down like